Good morning. Welcome back to me and my shadow. I am not Ep.26. Welcome to a Sunday morning ride. Hope everybody has been doing well. Once again, it's just a beautiful day to get out here and take a ride. It is, as you can tell by my now working clock, pretty early in the morning. That's all right. We've been experiencing super high temperatures here in the great state of Texas, as I'm sure you guys are aware. So it's better to get out early and do a ride. And let me tell you guys, it's not bad at all while you're moving. Of course, it's only somewhere in the mid 80s right now, which for Texas summers, it's pretty much a cold front. Let's ride, guys. Let's ride. Let's see, guys, this morning I have some updates for you. I have decided to make some changes on the bike. Nothing super major, but I guess I'll start this conversation out by saying, do you guys remember when I was asking you what you think about me getting a fairing for the bike, a batwing fairing, something like that? I have thought long and hard about it, and I would say the majority of you guys that responded to me, and thanks for your responses, by the way, they're always appreciated, because when it comes to stuff like that, your opinion definitely matters. And I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and forego the windscreen. Not the windscreen. The fairing, the batwing fairing for now. And I'm going to go ahead and I've ordered a new windscreen. There's just something about this look of the bike that I really enjoy, and I don't necessarily want to turn this into, too much of a bagger, I guess you'd say. Maybe when I do get my VTX, bumpy. Maybe when I do get my VTX 1800, I will, bag that one out, I guess you might say. But I have ordered a new windscreen for the bike. So yes, I'm going to end up having to change out this windscreen for one that's going to be a little bit smaller profile. It should probably only come up to about here, or just right around there. And I think it's going to look sharp. It's a shorter profile. Still should keep most of the wind and the bugs off of me, but it won't be up quite as high. Now, this windscreen I'm definitely keeping for longer road trips, for highway miles and stuff like that. But for just putzing around town and things like that, it's detachable. And it should come in, I think they said Wednesday or Thursday of this week. I should have it. So I'll definitely be revealing that to you. Definitely doing a reveal on that. Also down here, I'm getting rid of these pegs, and let me know what you think. I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm going to go with floorboards instead of the pegs. Now, I don't know, honestly, how much these pegs or floorboards are going to make a difference. So if you guys have an opinion on what's better, let me know. Pegs or floorboards? But I thought I might try the floorboards, change the look up a little bit, and let's see if I like them better. You know, if I don't, I can always change them back out. But that was another thing I was thinking of. And I have another question for this awesome community. What do you guys think of? I've been watching, I don't know, it's like, you know how YouTube will send you guys, or send us all recommendations of videos to watch they think that we might be interested in based on some super scientific algorithm of some sort. Well, I keep getting these ones about people pulling the baffles out of their mufflers. And it doesn't look like it's hard to do. It looks like you just release a screw and pull the baffle out. I know it definitely will make it louder, but does that hurt your compression and your engine or anything like that at all? Leave a comment. Let me know. I don't necessarily need the loudest motorcycle on the block either, but I don't know if you guys have done something like that before and actually enjoy it, or if you have done something like that before and quickly put the baffles back in the muffler, let me know. Now, I have stock mufflers. I don't have Vance and Hines or, you know, anything like that. Everything on this bike majorly is pretty much stock. So I was wondering what you guys, if you had any thoughts on that, if it makes a difference or not. I mean, I know it makes a difference in how the bike sounds. Makes it more throaty, deeper, and I believe quite a bit louder. But does it do anything to like ruin your performance on the engine? Also, you guys, on a safety standpoint, I heard something that makes a lot of sense. Now, it's been long enough. Watch out, little squirrel. I don't know if you guys saw that, but squirrel almost committed suicide by a motorcycle. Okay, so you know how you're on the main street and you have cars coming up to pull out, things like that? I was always told, you know, and just to make sure they see you, whatever, you know, you can always pull in your clutch and do that, or even hit your horn, you know, kind of wake them up a little bit. Look at this beautiful area. Tree tunnel. You guys know how I feel about that. Ooh, beautiful. Anyway, so when you see a car pull up or a car waiting to turn and you're, you know, have the right of way because you're heading straight down the road, you guys know what I'm talking about. I was informed that it is better not to try to make eye contact with the person as opposed to watching their tire. In other words, watch their tire, make sure that it is not turning, that it is still completely stopped. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, I've heard, I think it was even in my motorcycle safety course that I took years ago now, that you always try to make eye contact with the person. But it makes sense to me, and the YouTuber that I heard this from is what's his name? Mikali7. He's been around for a long time. He knows what he's doing. He's got years of riding experience under his belt, and I kind of respect his opinion as far as good common sense safety tips. He strikes me as someone that has a lot of good common sense. So I guess that's what I'm going to start doing instead of trying to make eye contact with folks, because he's right. Like right there, that truck, watch the tire instead. I have had situations where, honestly, I've made good eye contact with somebody. They're looking right at me, like that truck. The guy was looking right at me and turned right out in front of me anyway and had to make me do a panic stop. So, I'm thinking that watching the tires, making sure they're not rolling forward, is probably a better way to go. Oh, look, we have a roundabout. That's what? In Texas, we have what's called a roundabout. We don't do four-way stops anymore. No, we do roundabouts because that's the European thing to do. Roundabouts are so much safer. Yes, they are. We even had a band called Yes, Sing About Roundabouts. I don't know how I feel about roundabouts. I think they're just as dangerous, if maybe not a little bit more. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming along for this ride with me today, that's for sure. Again, hoping that those that cannot ride for whatever reason get a chance to, I don't know, ride vicariously through me, with me, whatever. We have ridden this road as far as we can go, guys and girls. So topic number 2 that comes to mind. You guys know how I always say, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that says this, but I always say, I'm going to turn around up here, that it doesn't matter what you ride as long as you ride. And I really believe that. It's important that the ride that you, I don't know, get, that you enjoy, is one that you're 100% comfortable with. I can't think of anything worse than hating the bike that you ride, right? Be it 2 wheels or 3. Sorry, my brain's on no coffee overload right now. I just got up and went out for a ride, and so I'm a little slow and foggy and tired this morning. I was up late watching TV. That's what us old folks do. We stay up late, watch TV. But anyway, you know how, I'm sorry, I'm very easily distracted this morning. But you know how I say that it's important that it's not really what you ride, that it's that you ride? And the reason that I say that is because not everybody, even though most of you probably come to my channel to watch this Honda Shadow 750 in action, maybe even make a purchase decision based upon what I tell you. I don't know. I don't think I'm that influential, but you might just like the way my ride looks or sounds. Or you already own a Honda Shadow 750. But there are those that really don't like the Honda Shadow 750, and believe me, I've had more than a few comments from folks saying what a big POS this is. And on my channel, everybody's entitled to their own opinion as long as they keep it respectful. So, you know, you're entitled to that. But I guess what floors me is folks that feel like they have to make huge comments about how much they hate the Honda Shadow 750 and how much they are sorry that they purchased the motorcycle. You know, I could go into great detail about how it has, in their opinion, no power, that's an uncomfortable ride. It's basically a piece of junk. And it's very strongly possible that you might get a Honda Shadow 750, American Classic Edition, Spirit, Aero, what have you, that doesn't run right, that hasn't been treated well. And I can't think of anything worse than that being your first motorcycling experience and finding out that it's a piece of junk for you, that it doesn't fit you, that you don't like it. But that's why it's so important. I mean, there might be people out there that love Yamaha. I know there's people out there that love Harley over Honda. Kawasaki, KLM. I mean, that's why all those choices are out there. Indian. I mean, and I want to share, regardless of what you like to ride, I want to share the experience with you because, again, it's all about the ride, man. So I guess if you feel so inclined to, look at the fountain over there, how pretty. Bash the Shadow if all you want to do is leave long, lengthy comments in regards to how crappy the bike is. As long as you stay respectful about it, feel free to. But I just want to get across my point that, remember, I don't really care if you don't like what I love. In my opinion, what's not to love? But if you don't like it, great. If you feel so inclined as to write a small paragraph in regards to everything that is wrong with this motorcycle and how it sucks, then feel free to. But do me a favor, if you're going to leave me a comment like that, let me know what you think is better, okay? Don't just bash the Shadow and then say see you later. Let me know what you would do to replace it. What would you get instead of the Honda Shadow 750? It's important. Because if you're going to bash something that I love, it's not going to offend me. But I'm always open-minded and I'm always interested in new ideas and things. So let me know what you like instead. So point number 3 on this beautiful Sunday morning ride. Ooh, look at how flippy it is. Flippy. I think that we have to recognize every ride for what it is. And I'm not talking about where you're going and stuff like that. I'm talking about the capabilities of your motorcycle. And not expect more out of the machine that you're riding than what you got in the machine that you're riding. And I strongly feel that that's why people will get more than one motorcycle. Obviously, you can only ride one at a time, right? But if I have alright, let's just use me as an example. I have a Honda Shadow 750 American Classic Edition, which I love. Does it have the power of the VTX 1800? No. So, if you're so inclined, why not have 2 in the garage? The 750 and the 1800. And based upon, how you doing, sir? Based upon what you like to ride, or what you feel like riding that day, they're both waiting for you out in the garage, right? And that's the beauty of these motorcycles, guys. I just heard from somebody that just picked up, I think they said a 2010 Aero with, and I could be wrong on the year, please correct me if I'm wrong, with under 10,000 miles on it for $2,000. and they're super excited. So for an extra couple grand, or maybe even an extra grand, 3,000-4,000, depending on what you negotiate, what you can find, you can pick yourself up a VTX 1300, a VTX 1800, step up a couple more grand, and in the space of, depending upon your income and your inclination on spending, I would say within the space of, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, you could have your own little mini motorcycle collection out in your garage. So if you feel like stepping out one morning and it's a little cold, a little rainy, but you still got a ride, you can hop on that bagger that's well protected, that Goldwing, that VTX. If you just want to do a quick commute, or let's say, I don't know, you decide with fuel prices being the way they are that you want to, there's a trike right there. How you doing, sir? That you decide that you want to, I don't know, use the 750 for daily commutes. It's more comfortable just for you. You can do that, and you have other options in your garage. And that, my friends, is a thing of beauty. But when you get on the Shadow 750, you gotta know that this is pretty much its capabilities. And don't get me wrong, the 750 has a ton of capability. It's a mid-sized cruiser, guys. It can do pretty much anything you want it to. But it has its limitations. It has its turning ratios. It has its torque, its speed, its power. It has all those things that, you know, are designed for the bike. I guess in other words, what I'm saying is don't expect a 1800cc engine out of a 750cc engine. You know, don't expect that. Ride your own ride, but ride it so that you're not disappointing yourself. I don't know. Call me crazy. But I guess getting to know the motorcycle and respecting the motorcycle for what it was designed to do and what its capabilities really are is better than hopping on a 750 and expecting the kind of performance you're going to get out of an 1800, a 1300, heck, even an 1100. I know they make a Shadow 1100. So, yeah, don't set yourself up for failure by expecting something that it's not going to be. If you're still on the fence and you're not sure how big you want to go, or if you're an experienced rider that is kind of done with the beginner motorcycle and looking to move up in the world, take some real good time and do some test drives. Find a dealership that's going to let you do a few test drives. Find a dealership that's going to explain everything to you properly and make a more informed decision before you make the purchase. Because let's face it, I mean, even if it's only $2,000 or whatever it's going to be for the bike, that's still $2,000 of hard-earned money that you're paying out. Right? So do your homework. That way you won't be disappointed. I guess that's what I'm trying to say here. So it's 9:09, and I'm feeling the heat, guys. I think the temperature today in Texas is supposed to reach 100. It'll probably get to about 102. I know. You guys are probably like, bitching about the heat so much, and why don't you just get out of Texas, right? Can't stand the heat, get out of the Texas. It's just amazing to me that it gets that warm and stays that warm down here for as long as it does. As you can tell, I'm not a native Texan. Actually grew up in the Midwest. Corn country, Nebraska. That's where I hail from. It's a long story as to how I wound up in 2003 in Texas. And I'll share that story with you guys someday. You know, you really want to be bored, share it with me. But I just want to kind of get that off my chest. And for those of you that made those comments in regards to hating the Honda Shadow, please don't take me wrong. Opinions are like, you know what, a-holes. Everybody has one, and they all stink, right? So my opinion may not be to your liking, or your opinion may not be to my liking, 100%. But the good thing about opposing opinions and things like that is it does make you think, what is this guy doing up here? Wow. Guess he missed his turn. But opinions make you think, opposing opinions make you think. If we're all on the same page and we're all like, yep, it's the best bike ever made, love it, then crickets, right? Because we don't have anything else to talk about. I mean, how many times have you been sitting around in a room with a bunch of people that you just 100% agree with? How's that conversation go for you? It's a little bit more lively when you have opposing opinions and things. And like I said, as long as you can stay respectful and not get ugly about the whole thing, then fire away, man. But my response to the hatred of it and the angst of, I don't know, being mad that you got buyer's remorse because it's not what you thought it was going to be, is do your research a little bit better. Make sure it's going to be something that you're pretty darn sure that you're going to like, because it's a bigger purchase, right? It's not the biggest purchase you'll ever make in your life, but it's an important one. Because we all want the same thing. We all want the joy of being able to get on our motorcycles and ride and really love the machine that we're on. Really enjoy it. So I get that. But do your research, that's all. Just do some dang research. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this motorcycle drama up for today. Go ahead and get this posted for your viewing displeasure. Leave a comment if you got feelings one way or the other. Let me know where I'm going wrong with this or if I'm right. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my little channel here. I really appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed, and I think, like I said way back, 15 videos ago, when I actually got 20 subscribers on this channel, I was pretty well floored. It's no mystery that I'm not new to the YouTube game. I have another channel with over 400 subscribers to it. But this is my joy, this is my passion, this is what I really like to do. This is the videos I really like to shoot. And you guys, by subscribing, liking the videos, maybe sharing the videos out, encourage me. You encourage me to do a better job. See, look at this guy, he didn't even see me. See? Wow. He didn't even look after he pulled. Never mind. That's what I'm talking about. Always got to be careful. especially in Walmart parking lots. Anyway, guys, what I'm trying to say is thank you guys very much for viewing my channel. If you like what I do, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, share it with your friends, or heck, if you hate the video, share it with your enemies, right? Share it with the people you hate. But thanks again for watching my channel. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your weekend. I really do. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for the comments. Not Timmy. 66. For me and my shadow. I'm going to continue to ride a while. Get out there and ride. Oh, I almost forgot. It doesn't matter. Listen to what I'm saying now. It does not matter what you ride. What matters is if you ride. Not Timmy 66. I'll talk to you guys later.